It is now time for another case study. In front of you, ENTRERIO, digital key management for the Croatia's booming holiday rental sector. We kindly ask Denis Dunaj from ASSA ABLOY to join us and to present his presentation to you. One more important thing, if you did not download the official app, do it now, because in the case study section of your drop-down menus, you can vote for the best case studies you think there are. 5 stars, 3 stars, and 1 star. The official voting process will start when all the case studies are finished. Denis, are you ready? Join us, please. Dobrodošao.
Hvala, thank you.
15 minutes starts when you say you're ready.
Hello everyone, my name is Denis. I'm from ASSA ABLOY Adria and based in Zagreb. Okay, let's start the presentation. When we talk about security in tourism, we mostly speak about security, public security, and terrorist threats. But what about all the apartments, the rented apartments in our region? In 2017, there was almost 120 million night stays in Croatia, Slovenia, and Serbia together. That's a lot of apartments, a lot of guests, and a lot of threats to their apartments. Most of the apartments use the old mechanical keys, and there's always a threat of losing the keys, somebody stealing the keys, or guests taking the keys and have an option to enter the apartment when they leave. So we joined us as ASSA ABLOY Croatia together with our Yale products with our Croatian partner Intersoft Technologies from Pula. And we created a software platform for exchanging digital keys for the apartment rental segment. The whole project is called ENTRERIO, and I will tell you some more about the project, how it works, and the business case where we applied it. Security aspects of renting an apartment. So the risks are losing a key, customers or the guests taking the keys, unhappy guests because when they lose the key they have to wait for the another key, or the apartment rental owner doesn't have the key and has to go somewhere and make the new key. And of course the additional cost for the owner because he has to pay for the new key or eventually change the cylinder because of the threat. What is ENTRERIO? ENTRERIO is a cloud-based system. It consists of ASSA ABLOY Yale branded hardware and a software platform developed together with us and the ENTRERIO producers, which are the Intersoft company from Pula, Croatia. ENTRERIO makes it possible to send digital keys to the guests. It can be for a single user in a way that they send it using their mobile phone, or it can be for a large-scale agency or a bigger company where they can control the whole systems through the web access interface. What are the benefits for the owners or for the agencies? They don't have to wait for the guests. They can have a premium status on the Airbnb and booking systems. There is no security issues for losing the keys because each digital key has its own time limit, and when it expires, the guests cannot enter the apartment anymore. And it's the matter of convenience as well, because they can do everything from their office. They don't have to wait the guests long into the nights, or they don't have to bring them another keys when they lost the key. How to install it? It's very simple. You just need to exchange your existing cylinder on the door, so any Euro door cylinder, with our Enter electronic lock, which comes with our Yale security patented cylinder. The communication between the phone and the Enter lock is over Bluetooth. It's encrypted communication, so it's completely secure. The cylinder, as I said already, it's also security patented cylinder, so the level of mechanical security is also very high. And you just place the cylinder in the door, install the app, and you can start sending digital keys to the guests. It's very simple. At this point, you're ready for secure and keyless renting without any drilling, without any wires, and no complicated installations. So small apartment owners can even do it by themselves. Functionalities that you get, you can send digital keys with a time limit to the guests, of course, from any location. So anywhere in the world, you can send someone your digital key for your doors. Define the time validity for the keys, so you can set it by the hour and by the minute from today till tomorrow till 12:15, and then it expires and the guest no longer can enter the apartment. Deactivate remotely any of the sent keys, so if the guest leaves the apartment before the scheduled time, you can deactivate the key so he cannot enter anymore because another guest is coming at that point. You have detailed audit trails of all the keys because when somebody is using the phone, the lock sends the information into the cloud and you see who and when entered the apartment. So push notifications, so when the guest arrives for the first time, you get a push notification on your phone, so you know the guest has came and you can be certain that he's there. So it's the information about first unlocking of the lock. Simple and user-intuitive interface, as you will see on the next slides. Simple and quick installations, high security patented cylinder, and secure wireless communication between the mobile phone and the lock itself. And of course, there are possible API integrations with the booking platforms on what we're working on. So when somebody books an apartment, the digital key is automatically sent. There's no need to do it separately, which reduces the risk of and human error in the process. So these are the screenshots from the mobile app. When you open the app, you select the door. The app automatically scans for all the locks nearby. You select your apartment. You can lock and unlock the door, of course. You have number of available keys from the owner side. So you can set guest keys with a time limit, or you can set master keys which don't have a time limit and they're like the owner keys for their, I don't know, friends, families, or business partners. And on the right side of the screen, you can see the menu where you set the date and the time of the check-in and check-out for the guests. Other functionalities, so detailed list of all the sent keys, where you can see in details the validity period of all the keys, and you can also check the audit trail for each key or each guest. So push notifications, guest receives a new key, he gets a push notification on their phone. Owner has deactivated their key, they also get a push notification. Owners has accepted or declined their request for a new key or prolongation of the existing key. And of course, they get a notification when the key is expiring, so they're aware of that. 24, 6, and 1 hour before it's expired, and when the key is expired. The owner, when the guest has arrived, he also receives a push notification. And when the low battery is on the lock, because lock has an integrated battery which lasts 3 months, when the battery drops under 20%, it gets notified so he knows when he needs to charge or replace the battery. He also gets notification when the key has expired and when the guest has sent him a request for a new key if he wants to prolong his stay in the apartment. They also have available the web access, so this solution can be managed for big systems where they can create groups of locks and automatically send the keys to their guests. And they can manage more easily a large number of locks and a large number of keys without the need to use a phone or a tablet. Here are some screenshots using the web access. And what do you need to use this solution? Well, it's very simple. You just need the Yale Enter Lock, you need ENTRERIO application, and you need digital keys and supported iOS or Android application or a web access to your computer. API and cloud-to-cloud integrations are available not only for booking platforms, but also for business partners, because this solution can be applicable in some small offices, in combined workspaces, which are more and more popular, and they can all integrate it into their solution and control it through their software. So the application on a project. Our client was an apartment rental agency in Zadar in Croatia. It had over 130 apartments spread out across the whole coast, and they had a big problem during the summer bringing out the keys to all the guests. Not only the guests were late, it's a widespread area, over 300 kilometers wide, and they actually need to pay the agencies to spread out the keys. So they actually had a cost of sometimes 10 euros per key, and with this large number of guests, that cost gets really high. Delivery of keys during night because the guests are late as well. and no real security mechanism over the lost keys or over the distribution of the keys in general. Rental apartments in Croatia, and what are the client's requirements? Their requirements were to automate the delivery of digital keys to guests and at the moment of booking the apartment. Automated confirmation about the arrival of the guest, so they know when the guest is in, if it's late or maybe the guest didn't show up at all. They wanted to have an option so that the guest is notified when the key is expired, so that he's aware that he cannot enter the apartment anymore. And of course, the guest has to have an option to prolong the validity of the digital key if he stays longer or he needs to get in the apartment after it's expired. And of course, the audit trail, so they know afterwards when and who entered the apartment, if a cleaning lady is entering, or maybe if somebody broke in, if it's a mechanical issue. Of course, they cannot see it, but they know it wasn't one of the guests or the cleaning lady. Solution, so Yale Interlock plus the ENTRERIO software platform. Benefits of the implemented system: no more waiting for the keys, avoiding the cost of delivering the keys. So in 1 month of delivery the keys during the season, they have paid out most of the investment in the whole project. No security risk of guests losing the keys, losing the cards, PIN codes for the digital locks ending up in the wrong hands. Somebody else gets the access to the apartment. Avoiding the cost of replacing the cylinders and replacing the keys, of course. And the mobile phone is something that everybody always bring with themselves, so there's not an option that somebody forgets the key somewhere, loses the key, or any other option. So if somebody is with a family, they can all get a digital key, so they all can share the same key for the same lock. So automated generation and delivery of the digital keys. So for the smaller users, smaller owners, they can do it by themselves. They don't have a booking platform, they do it, they rent it by themselves, they send the keys by themselves. But larger companies, larger agencies, they have it integrated into their system. Somebody books an apartment, it automatically generates the digital key, and the guest gets the digital key in advance. Receiving automated notifications about functionalities of the system, no wiring, no drilling, no electric elements exposed on the outer door, because you can only see the cylinder and nobody knows there's some kind of digital lock on the inside. Nobody can damage it. Higher level of guest satisfaction, and high ratings on the global booking platforms, because you get a premium rental status, and that attracts more customers at the end. So, ENTRERIO, you can see more details about it on entrerio.com or yalelock.hr, and of course we have the solution exhibited here at our booth, so please feel free to visit us there, and we'll tell you more about it. So, thank you for your time.
Oh no, thank you, Denis. 13 minutes. I'll need your business card. I like this one.